What's good, guys? Again, I'm talking again, man. This time, what I want to talk about is consistency, right? And how people don't take into account how we're consistent every day. Everybody is consistent, but we choose to be consistent in what we want to be consistent in. We choose to keep repeating what we want to repeat, what we want to do. So I feel like a problem for a lot of people is being inconsistent with what they feel like they need to do or feel like they should be doing. And they label themselves or they call themselves inconsistent, or they say, I'm inconsistent, I'm this, I keep falling off. But you also got to look at the things that you don't fall off on, the things that you do every single day. We all have stuff that we do every single day. We all brush our teeth every single day. We all check our phone at some point every single day. Some people get on their phone in the morning every single day as soon as they wake up. Some people eat breakfast every single day. Some people take a dump in the morning every single day. Some people work out every single day. And then some people play video games. Some people go to work. Some people smoke weed, cigarettes, vape. Some people vape every single day consistently. Consistent people. I know a lot of consistent vapors. A lot, man. And it's like, dude, you could be doing that, or you could be consistent with doing some breathing exercises to balance out that damage, you know, to balance out that toxicity that you inhaling, you know? But man, consistency, we got to give ourselves credit. Even though we be consistent in things that's not really helping us out, things that are, instead of constructing us, they're kind of destructing us. Not even kind of, they just are destructing us. We all have those habits. We all have those tendencies. But we got to pat ourselves on the back for the consistency and accept the reality that if I want to be consistent in this thing over here that I know I need to change or that I know I need to start doing and start taking action on, I can, because I can be consistent in this right here. If I've been smoking weed for all these years, every day, daily, morning, night, or just at night, I can do the same thing with starting on my business, or at least writing a little bit of my business ideas down, or training every day, shadow boxing, doing 100 push-ups every day. We all have that ability, the power to be consistent in whatever we want to be consistent in, right? It's just up to us to make that choice and to take that step and do something while we do another habit that we have every single day. Like if you want to start, I don't know, if you want to start doing some exercises, let's say you want to do 100 push-ups a day. After you brush your teeth, because that's something you do every single day, you can start knocking out 10 and then take a break and then do 10 more and do 10 more. We got to pick and choose when we want to habit stack, when we want to do something and be consistent, we got to stack it with something else we're already consistent in. It makes it a little bit easier. It makes it a little bit more doable. And it's not like we have to force it as much because we're already accompanying it with this thing that we already do and that we already don't really have to think about. It just flows already. So it kind of be making it easier, it be helping us out a little bit. But man, a lot of people, like a fat person, for example, right? They consistently do what they need to do to stay fat. They consistently eat the same foods they need to eat to stay fat. They consistently don't work out. They consistently be stagnant. They don't really move as much. That's consistency. A fat person is very consistent. Very, very consistent. Just like a skinny person, a hyper skinny, like anorexic person, they consistently don't eat. They consistently compare themselves. They consistently see themselves and have that self-image of themselves as too big or still having too much weight, which helps them continue that habit of not really eating as much, of not allowing themselves to gain weight at all because they have that self-image and their goal is to remain small because of that body dysmorphia, right? So everybody's life is a result of the consistency that we put in. Successful people, they consistently delay gratification and they consistently put in the work even though they're not getting results yet and they're not getting the results that they know they can be getting. You got to consistently put in the work. You got to consistently show up. That's why I'm consistently making these videos, because I have a lot of things to talk about and share. And I've seen so many channels, so many small channels. I'll be watching a lot of small channels, listening to a lot of small YouTubers talk, but watching them grow. People that I used to watch and listen to back in 2017, 2018, they got 1 million subscribers now, or they get, regularly 50K views on their videos. And the only thing that has changed is the people catching on to them and people being aware of how real they are and the value of their channel, because the content hasn't changed. Maybe the delivery has improved, maybe the thumbnails have improved, maybe some of the messages are a little bit deeper or have a little bit better like design to them, but at the root of the channel is still the same. The expression is still what they meant to be expressing, is still the same from back then to now. It's just that people have caught on and people have started to pick up and be like, yeah, and they notice the consistency. They see one video they like, they can go to their channel and just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and they have a plethora of videos to choose from and to listen to and to tap into. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm showing up. That's why I'm making this. It takes no effort. It takes no money. It doesn't take me driving somewhere to do this. It's just to share. And I'm not even doing it for money. I feel like that's a byproduct of just showing up for myself. I like listening to myself talk because it helps me reprogram my mind, and just listening to my own voice, talking real shit, it helps me ingrain it better. Listening to other people, I like listening to other people most of the time, but I feel like it's important that we listen to ourselves, because we listen to ourselves in our mind all day. But also listening to our physical voice is also very powerful, and it's also very helpful, because my voice sounds good. I like hearing my voice, so it's just helping me out. And if I wasn't helping anybody else out, or if I didn't have anybody else to share this with or to talk about this with, I still have all of these topics in my notes. Everything I talk about is in my notes. I put it down first. It comes out of my head first. I'm already thinking about it. I'm already talking to myself about it and seeing life in that way before I even think about making the video. So I'm just expressing and putting it out there to be consistent. To, instead of consistently just typing things in my notes only or getting ideas and just keeping them in my phone, I'm building that consistency of getting the idea, putting it in my phone, and then recording the video, posting it on YouTube. It's just consistency. It's helpful. I can whenever I have my kids, I can just play these videos. I can just be cooking food in the kitchen for my babies, playing my videos, and they're gonna be listening to some real shit. They're gonna be listening to me say real things, real game, real wisdom, things that they need to hear, things that I wish I was hearing when I was younger, right? So my kids are all they're already going to have a head start because of this right here. And it's all tying back to consistency. I'm making the choice to be consistent. I'm already helping my kids in the future. I'm already seeing ahead. I'm already forward thinking about how this is going to be impacting my next generation. And not only them, but of course my family members, friends, people who just come across the videos. Consistency is very, very powerful, especially when it's used in a constructive, intentional way. When we kind of drift and we don't think about those habits that are kind of destroying us, that we're being consistent on daily, they be really harmful, very, very harmful. But when we're intentional and when we take the time to think, okay, I need to do this, I want to do this, I set out to do this, and you complete it. And you take it day by day, and the next day you complete it again, and you complete it again, and you fall off, which is real. That's what we do. We all fall off, but you get back on it and you pick it back up. And you restart the consistency and you continue and can you continue and continue. 5 days in a row, you fall off. Next time you do it for 7 days in a row, fall off. Next time, 6 days, fall off. Next time, 4, fall off. Until eventually it's 13 days, until eventually it's 1 month in a row, until eventually it's 6 months, until eventually it's a year. And things change so quickly. So quickly. If I stop working out right now, dude, my body's gonna change so quickly. A week, I can already see the difference. Not even a whole week though. It can be 5 days and I can already see and feel the difference. It's the same with eating bad food or eating good food. You will be able to see and feel the difference in a short period of time, relatively, depending on the person, depending on how your metabolism is, how your body look, stuff like that, right? So being consistent, being intentional about our consistency so we can live how we want to live, because all of our lives at the end of the day is a reflection of what we choose and what we are consistent in every single day. Every single day. Our life is just reflection. Our life is just the effect of the cause, which is our consistent patterns, our consistent actions, our consistent thoughts, and our consistent choices. So what are you being consistent in? What are you being consistent in right now? And then what is something that you want to be consistent in? Starting today, tomorrow, whenever. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Talk to me. That's all I got. Peace. Enjoy your day, your night, whenever you listen to this. Blessings. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to be back.